Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lucid, and got another turn for you here with Allstars. Probably will be second to last episode if things go right. We're gonna cover two turns in this. This was gonna be maybe like the last turn, but grippazon wanted another turn to transport some gems out, and they've been my allies all game. We're not gonna try to sneak one under sneak a win from them. If they can hold me off here, then the game will continue because I'm enjoying playing it. So we send a Shaden in. He dies a bunch of times and doesn't even gym bait. Shame on him. They teleport something at me. We kill it. We jump on this guy, kill those dudes. A couple small little raids. We kill these guys. More dead elves. That's kind of funny, I guess, just to watch because it's they get trampled. These having a few of these boars mixed in actually makes like thugging a lot harder. Because if you're getting trampled, you will eventually die as an elf, really. I mean, you can kind of I mean, you can kind of survive it if you have really high defense and regen, but you need a lot of regen. It's really hard to. Anyway. And ethereal. You need ethereal too. Anyway, hard to do. Take their stuff, get raided a few times. And then this is I put something here that I thought would kill a bunch of his stuff. So this would kill a lot of stuff. And he brought way more than I thought he would. So I thought this would either win the battle or it would kill a bunch of his stuff. And we can see a lot of evocations coming out. A lot of Pillar of Fire, a lot of what should we call it? Iron Blizzard. And I didn't have there's a lot of things we didn't have in this fight, so like things don't go off very fast. I can't remember what this guy was doing. So Arrowfend. This guy's doing Sabbath Master. I'm not sure what he's going to cast. Where's my other Shaitan? Yeah, this is my Shaitan who's going to cast some interesting things. Mass Flight. So things are flying, and now he's going to do Fog Warriors. So that's like really late. We have Darkness, and this is like round 4. We have a lot of our important buffs coming up. And by this point, we've mostly lost. I think, you know, what's left is probably going to last a little bit, but then he does Firestorm. And he has Wailing Winds up and stuff. So, anyway, that's basically what we're dealing with. And then the fish have a big army over here. There's like a bajillion of their cap-only sacreds, these Bonecraft Guard. And I have a little surprise set up for them. Basically, it's going to be a Phoenix Pyre Melkort that's going to do Hell Power. This is really hard to pull off. It's very finicky. If it gets interrupted, like with spell, like they killed the slaves or whatever, it cannot happen. And I've chosen to stack MR. So MR is going to be really high. It's going to be like mid-30s once the fight starts. And I've chosen to stack it because he could have a bunch of slave mages in there. I don't know what he has. This would be high enough if he only has a few mages. But if he has like 20 slave mages, we'll need it in the 30s. And it would have been nice to have taken this off and put on better armor. Because he's almost certainly going to die with this much. We're going to put Iron Warriors and stuff on him. But the idea is he's got quickness. He's got a Flesh Eater. A Flesh Eater to go Berserk, which is basically a requirement for a Phoenix Pyre Thug. And Bloodthorn to steal Fatigue. And then he's got this, because I'm expecting he's going to have Melia or whatever, who are going to be able to Frozen Heart him, and I don't have that in my Bless. And the Ring of Regen, so we don't get super duper duper afflicted. We're going to get pretty afflicted, though. This guy doing Iron Warriors, Iron Will, is going to get his MR up, and then he's going to do Earthquake. He's also going to try to get lightning resistance on him. I don't know if that will work. And then this guy's going to do Summon Earth Power, Iron Warriors, Legions of Steel, Iron Will. The only thing here that will help the Melkort is really this. Iron Warriors, this will probably target the police, and 10% chance, or 10% of the time it works every time. So that's basically, I mean, we've got some other raiding stuff going on. Oh, the other thing I'm trying to do is we're trying to dom kill these guys. So we're preaching on top of this fort. And, yeah. That's basically what's happening here. These guys are moving on top of the cap. We're magic phasing a Melkort here too, so that I can get these guys on top. And we'll see how well that works. We have Shaitan and stuff in here that could be seducing. We're not going to be doing that. Basically, we're just going to have an honorable fight. And that, you know, we've been allies all game. And anyway, I mean, I could have Thorn Rush. The point of this is not to see, like, oh my god, can we finally win a Dominions game? The point of this is we're gonna have a big fucking epic fight. I'm not gonna cheese him so he can't do what he wants to do. He's gonna get to do the coolest shit he can. And if it works, then the game's gonna go on. Which, well, I will actually enjoy, even though I'm gonna lose a ton of shit. We're also moving our stuff into position. All of this stuff that's in these 3 forts would have been able to make it to this fight this turn. But some of it might have been able to be, you know, he wouldn't be able to because we're patrolling. But some of it might have been able to be disrupted by magic phase movement on this fort. So we're going to go ahead and put things in position where they can't be disrupted by magic phase movement, which will be nice. And that's basically it for this turn. There's a bunch of other raiding and stuff, but... we're actually going to do this next turn together because I haven't finished it yet. And you can see there's still a fair bit of time left on the clock. We've got... my dog's looking at dirty balls. So Gift of Health got dispelled, and not like overwritten, like actually dispelled. So they probably put a ton in it. They were probably thinking this is like the thing I was going to cast to win the game. Well, I'm not going... I mean, no. It's not what it is. We have to figure out what globals we're going to cast. I could cast... I think we have... still around here. We could put Gift of Health right back up. Which I will probably do. I think we're going to do, like... we'll just hope one of these sticks. And I think this one will be... there's a chance they both stick. If this one goes first, fills up the hole, and then this one hits some... like, if this one goes first, and this one hits a random one, it's almost certainly going to fail. Which, I don't know. Maybe we do this. Maybe we just put Gift of Health back up, make them keep taking it down. I mean, that would be kind of funny. We could also look to do, like, Well of Misery or something. What are the globals that are up? Sea of Ice, Mother Oak, Earthblood Depot is ours. They own these. Wrath of God. Wrath of God's going to come down. So we'll see. I went and pinged them here just to see what they had outside. It's not really much more. Some Storm Demons, some of these guys. The problem for them, these Aussies don't have magic weapons. These guys do, but they don't see in the dark very well. I mean, they see in the dark fine, but not great. So they'll be getting a stat penalty. On top of that... yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to do basically all the buffs in the game. So, we're going to... I basically... here's where we are in the turn, in terms of what we have left to do. I've taken everybody, and I've told them to go fight. I haven't really scripted people yet. I've kind of scripted these guys. We're going to do Master and Slave, Master and Slave. I know that much. And that's for both of them. So they've each got 20 pearls, and they're going to do Master and Slave, Master and Slave. And then, what else? We've got turn 1 Mass Flight, which I think will be good enough. If he has a Storm Staff, it would kind of be bad. But that's probably fine. And then we have Home Slice, who's going to do turn 1 I think we have to decide, do we want to do mass protection? I actually don't think we do here. Because I think we're going to get... I think we'll get cooked if we do that. There's a few other things we're going to do. Like, this guy is going to do Wailing Winds. And he'll be a bajillion levels, so we can just put some death gems on him. He'll do Wailing Winds, and then we can have him do... yeah, I think that's probably fine. I don't think we need to do any, like, Wind of Death stuff. Is there anything else we would want to do here? Like, air spells? None that I can really think of. Maybe Thunderfend. Give him some air gems. And, make sure he's on conservative gem use. My dog wants to play. She's sitting here bothering me. Homeside is going to do Fog Warriors turn 1. That'll play. Actually, this guy doesn't need this many air gems. I don't know what I'm doing. We can't get gem baited here. At least I can't figure out a way to. Fog Warriors Reinvigoration. And then we'll make sure these guys have enough gems to do their thing. We have already some of these guys doing Darkness. So this guy's doing Earth Power Darkness, and then this guy's doing Darkness Earth Power. So we've got that double cast in case something goes wrong. We've got this guy doing Rush of Strength. We probably should have this double queued up. Somebody else can do Rush of Strength in case we mess it up the first time. I think these guys that are coming in, I think we're going to have them do just, like, a ton of imps. We'll have some of them do Life for Life, but I think most of these guys we're going to script to just do imps. Just going to have a bajillion imps. I assume he's probably going to do somewhat similar thing. I don't think he has Life for Life yet, which would be kind of annoying because then I would have to... I was thinking, you know, we're going to do some Life for Life, which will potentially target some of his important casters, but I don't think he has it. Well, he might. He probably does, actually. He probably does. In which case, it's going to go after my Melkorts first, but it's also going to hit things like pigs. Wait, why are they only 26? Well, it's going to hit pigs before it hit... Oh, no, it's going to... Okay. What are these guys? 31? Yeah, it could target my mages. That would be annoying. That would be very annoying. Yeah. Well, we'll sort it out. I think... well, the other thing, too, I think we might... I have a golem somewhere over here. Where did I make the golem? Here he is. Maybe we move the golem in. I was going to teleport him on top of some shit, but I think instead we send him in. I want to have somebody who can reliably cast Will of Fate's turn 1. Oh, we don't have it. Fuck. That's actually a little bit of a zinger. That might bonk me. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, what is this guy gonna do? Yeah, we don't need him for Wailing Winds. No, I think we are gonna redeploy him. I'm sending him on top of one of Maryland's stacks. He was raiding me. There's a King of Elemental Earth here, so we'll try to kill that. But yeah, we've got a lot of brains in a jar. Oh yeah, Gift of Health is down. That's why our health isn't very high. Anyway, so we've got 5 dudes here. That's 6. And then this is 14. All right. Yeah, 14. And then I think we've got another batch of 9. So 23. Yeah, and everybody should basically just be on attack. We'll have some people. I'll probably put guard commander dudes on here too. But I mean, they're going to be okay. The other thing we need to make sure we're doing is I want to do fanaticism. So this guy's doing turn 1 divine blessing, and I think after this I want him to actually jump in the Sabbath, and then I want him to do fanaticism. And then Power of the Reborn King. And then we'll have him do Summon Earth Power and Advance and Cast. That'll probably be fine. Life for life, bunch of imps. Mass Flight, we need the gems for that. Give him some Blood Slaves too, just in case. So this is turn 1 Mass Flight. We've got Power of the Spheres. No, I don't think that. These guys are mostly just bait for Magic Duel. I think we will have him do Power of the Spheres anti-magic. And we'll give this to a few guys so we have a pretty good chance of it going off. You need 3 pearls to do this. Put this on control 7. We'll give this to a few guys, so we've got a decent shot of it. And then we'll have this guy do it as part of a communion. Twist Fate, and then we'll have him do anti-magic here. Okay, we've got our Wailing Winds, our Thunderfind. We're going to have more Imp Casters. More Imp Casters. It's kind of funny since this is like what we would have done at the beginning of the game. The other thing I want to make sure... Well, we've kind of already got it. I want to have a ton of reinvigorations going off. So let's give this guy like... We'll do some Thunder Strikes. And we'll do reinvigoration here at the end. This guy's going to have a different timing to some of the other ones. So he'll do Sabbath Master reinvigoration. I'm going to also need a Shaitan to do turn 1 Aerofend. We can have him do Thunderfend as well. The other important thing is having the nature mages do the right stuff. That will maybe be a little tricky. I think this guy's actually just going to go and drop weapons of sharpness on everybody. Like that. I think this guy's going to do the same thing, actually. Give him a couple of gems for it. And then Summon Earth Power and Advance and Cast. And this guy... Don't even know what to do with him. Okay, Sabbath Master Reinvigoration, Life for Life. We'll mix this up and just put this Reinvigoration here and then do Life for Life. I don't think we'll blow up our communion. We might right at the beginning. I actually should test it to see how many Master and Slaves we can handle. It's very possible I blow it up right at the start. And it's going to be very hard without an innate caster who's blood to get the fatigue to leave really early. Actually, this guy who's coming in with the boots, I don't know if we actually need him. I think we let this guy chill. Okay, the other thing we needed was, and we can do it a little bit later in the script, is Blood Rain. Okay, we'll have this guy do Blood Rain. And then he can do Reinvigoration afterwards. And last turn we could have, you know, I mean, for a long time we could have claimed all the thrones, but we actually had people in position again last turn to claim all the thrones. We went and claimed this one. Because okay, well, I didn't show you this. This is how this fight played out, by the way. So, these are the underwater bastards. Coming in with their gelatinous cubes, cosplaying as Arco. And on our side, we have Giga Chad Melkwort. Let's see if they have any thugs in here. Not really. They put up Wailing Winds amongst some other things. Oh, here we go. Great Sword of Sharpness thug. Every time there's a problem, one of the guys in this game is always like, well, you just need Great Swords of Sharpness. That would fix it. You just need some Great Swords of Sharpness. So he doesn't have enough. I think by his own logic, and we'll see if he puts it in his video, he's probably going to be like, man, I just needed like 6 or 7 more Great Swords of Sharpness. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's not. Let's see. So these guys are kind of scary. They've got luck on them. They do have Blood Bond, which is a strange bless, kind of. And then Fortitude and Berserker. So an attack skill. So they hit really hard. And once they go Berserk, this is going to go up by maybe 3 even. Let's see if they get damaged. Any of these Berserk yet? They don't look Berserk. I don't see any red flashing. Okay, our guys have also run off our support cast, but we have managed to get Hell Power off. So we have Hell Power, which is giving us a bonus to protection, which makes our protection not completely suck. It looks like we got our... Oh, we're blessed. So we have our shock resistance. I don't know why I was trying to cast lightning resistance with this other dude, but... yeah, we've got 30 attack, 21 defense. We don't have any repel stuff, really. I mean, the Flesh Eater can repel some things, but that's not going to be our jam here. Okay, we have the Giga Chad Great Sword of Sharpness thug, who's going to take care of all the Melkwort problems. And she's in position, and I think she actually did hit for 20 damage. Yeah, she just hit for 20 damage. Is she quickened? She is quickened. The Melkwort deleter, right? HP Great Sword of Sharpness Munchcraft. Got some Paralyze getting cast, but good luck because we've got 35 MR. And it says we're routing, but we should be going Berserk very shortly if we're not Berserk already. And we can't fly, so we'd actually have to chop our way out. Fatigue all the way down to 76. And there we go. We've gone Berserk now. So we've given up any thoughts of running. We're going to kill all these bastards. But we've died again, and we were over 100 fatigue. So if we die very shortly, we're going to be in trouble. And we're already back down to 62 protection. But fatigue has cleared 100. Our reinvigoration, by the way, is 7, which is reasonably high. And we do see the Great Sword of Sharpness thug closing in. And they get him again. Some nether darts coming out. Did we get... well, we didn't get feeble... Oh, we have really good MR. by the way, don't try this at home, kids. Phoenix Pyre super combating an army is actually pretty tough to do. It very easily fails. All right, we're at 50 fatigue already. We're probably pretty high now because we didn't get to hit much. They're closing in. By the time they close in, we're... Okay, we hit some people. Now we're down to 62 fatigue. If he had mass regen, this battle would probably time out. Because it's hard to actually kill them because they've got luck and blood bond. But because they don't, these Phoenix Pyres, all the explosions, and they don't have fire resistance. And this Melia just doing pretty... Oh, wait, that's not this one. I think it's this one, right? Yeah, doing pretty good work. She has 4 HP left, though. I think because she's quick, she usually is getting to the front line. She's down to 1 HP. But she's also protected by Blood Bond, too. So anytime people around her get hit, she's going to take damage, but it's going to be hard to solo, like, focus her down. The problem, though, too, is as these guys get damaged, these guys are, like, the mages are all berserked, right? Because of the Blood Bond and the Berserker. So anytime people blow up near the mages, they get turned into basically troops. Which, I'm not sure what they would be casting, but it's probably better than them running into melee with no weapons. And at this point, it's pretty clear how this is going to go, unless we maybe lose a weapon. We could lose an arm. But you can see we've got pretty darn low fatigue. And the numbers are starting to thin. And the Great Sword of Sharpness Thug, I don't know where she is, but she's not here now. And so you can see he's not dying very quickly. And he's down to 0 fatigue. He will eventually die. I think. I mean, maybe not. The wolves are coming in. Yeah, 5, he's going to die again. But now, most of the troops are gone, and it's just these cubes. And some Hal. And his troops are berserk. Now, there's a weird situation that could happen where the battle times out with Hal up, like the Hal caster berserked, and somehow I don't know, is crippled or something, or we're trapped by wolves. So there's a world where the battle times out and he dies. But at this point, I don't even care, right? Because we've neutralized an army with him. I think the turn before he was like, "We have land troops." I'm like, okay, buddy. Okay. Anyway. It's been so funny for me, this game. They've been trapped under sea of ice the whole time. They were like so... They totally had a shit-eating grin about being underwater bastards. And then, man, we're really close to actually timing out. All right, there we go. We got the last one. If it got... I think at 110 we get deleted. So yeah, that was close. But we literally killed everything. Didn't lose a single thing, except we got some afflictions, which we can get rid of pretty easily. Now we're sending this dude to die. It's twice born and afflicted. But, yeah. Anyway, rest in peace, underwater bastards. You should be thankful that Sea of Ice is protecting you from me, not vice versa. And then, yeah, okay, let's go back to this. We'll look through this, make sure there's nothing else. We went on top of Statissus Fort, successful. Yeah, they raided us with a bunch of stuff. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. And, yeah, anyway. If we win this fight, it's over, because we're claiming here, by the way, the last throne we need to win. So, yeah, we'll, We just have to hold. We can even deploy Ipes if we want to. Not sure where we would. Maybe I'll send Ipes in as a final... Yeah, Ipes might be the final boss back in here. I think that's fitting. And if he dies, then, you know, so be it. But yeah, I think 4 Master and Slaves with 4 pin. I mean, let's look at it, right? Because, I mean, we can do the rough math. These guys are having 14 MR. These guys are having 11 MR. These guys are having 16 MR. So, and these guys have... Oh, that's... He's got a thing. Most of these guys have 16. All right, so all the things with 16 MR, which includes some of the better mages, they have to make a check against 8. I'm gonna actually do the pin calculator. I'll pull this up so you can see. All right, so this is the pin calculator, and yeah, we basically are gonna put in. So we're gonna, because it's a check against 8, not 10. We're gonna give the target. So they have 16 MR. And we have no additional skill in the path. We do have additional penetration. We have additional penetration of 4, but that's actually just going to cancel out the fact that it's a check against 8 instead of 12. So it's going to make it effectively as if it's a check against 12. So this actually is the math. That's it. It's 18% is what we get. So if you look at it, how many will he have left? After 4 18% checks, he should have 0.82 after each one, right? Because it's minus 18. And it's going to be this to the 4th. So he will have 45% of his stuff left. So this should HP route him. Now there's some caveats, like they could magic duel them, so only the first round goes off. We'll see. The thing I do want to check though is what we're not gonna like test this whole battle and do the setup. I'm just gonna see how many because I actually don't know. We're gonna see how many master and slaves we can get off with the I think we have 24 brains in a jar. All right, so let's go find out. Okay, and just do some nation. Okay, we'll do our god though. All right, and let's see. So basically, we need to get 2 of these, and we need to get a boatload of these. And we'll just hit intern a few times. All right, and we have, okay, 28, perfect. And now we need to make the kits for them. So the kit's going to be a Rune Smasher, and then it's going to be a Crystal Matrix, and then it's going to be Eye of the Void, and then a Copper Arm, and a, what do you call it? Crystal Coin, if I can find you. A Crystal Coin, and then we're going to make a banner of the Northern Star as well. And I think that will be it. We'll hit intern twice. So we've got 2 kits. Perfect. And, okay, let's kit you out. Excellent. What kind of damage have we done here? I think we said 24 is the number we're going to have. Okay. And let's make a lab. And on the Satala side, let's get a boatload of PD here. I want to make sure we're triggering gym use. And I know I want to build a lab. Okay. And we're going to attack, and we're just going to do Master and Slave twice. Oh wait, we need an arm person up here to carry the banner of the Northern Star. Oh wait, we don't have it. 1 second. Hold up. All right. Don't know what happened to the banner of the Northern Star, but we're not making it. Oh, I think I misclicked. All right, let's go, boys. And yeah, okay. How do we do with our communion slaves? Find out this and more. This is the one thing I don't want to kill my communion slaves before I get my round 1 spells off. Is basically what it is. Like, we need fog warriors, we need mass flight. I don't think we're going to do mass protection, but... Alright, there's the second one. Oh shit. We deleted our comm slaves, boys. Okay, we can't actually, we can only do... We can do a lot, but we can't do 3. We can only do 2 round 1s. And then I think we have to do it at the end of our script. So this was fine, right? But we need to reset fatigue right here. We need to reset fatigue. And then we do it again at the end. Which means we'll probably only get 2 off. Which if we go back to our math... it means we're only going to get 0.82 squared. So we're only going to kill 30% of the stuff. Not even. I mean, no, it will be 30, but a little bit more. Well, this is versus the 16 MR stuff. If we look at his stack... Well, let's take a look real quick at what the math is if we put these guys at 14. 14, we get 30%. And 13, we get 38. So, yeah, okay, we can only do 2. That's the most important learning from this. And I'm glad we tested it, because we would have just yoinked all of our dudes. And I mean, we're probably still going to kill them, but I can't kill them at the very beginning. So, this script is wrong. We can't do master and slave, master and slave. Instead, we need to do master and slave. Yeah, we can do summon earth power. That's fine. It would be really good if I had one of these guys blood empowered. That would be the Jedi shit. Which I should have done when I was thinking ahead. Which I mean, we can still do in case this goes on. But summon earth power... I think we do a master and slave here at the end, in case things aren't going. We'll have this other guy do... Divine Blessing. I'm going to do Power of the Spheres, hold, and then Master and Slave. This one should go off. We can calculate the time, right? These first 4 spots are going to take 4 turns. But let's give him something stupid to cast. We'll do Master and Slave again. These first 4 spots are going to take 2 turns. So a lot of these things will go off at... Well, it'll go off before the 5th one. I need the fastest I can have it go off, though, is a little tricky, because I don't have Astral Blood, and Sabbath Master takes a while. So, for example, like Sabbath Master Reinvigoration. What's the summon imps time? 150. Um, I mean, what we can do. Okay, this guy needs to do Aerofin. Let's give him the air gems that he will need to be successful. I mean, we could also do... Okay, I think we do turn 1 mass regen. And that will probably help a little bit with the communion not burning out immediately. I think we're going to blow it up still. I almost need more communion slaves. But I don't think I can... Like, I don't think these guys are going to be able to make it. No, they can't. We've got literally all we can stomach. The only thing I could think is maybe I could make some of these. Yeah, that's what we do. We're going to make some of that. We're going to Sabbath slaves a lot of these guys. We're going to Sabbath slave a lot of them. That's going to be the answer to some of our problems. We're going to get at least 8 Sabbath slaves. That way we have a round 2. So some of these, yeah, you're going to be Sabbath slaved. And we'll do imps and then reinvigoration with you. Okay, you already are. Sabbath slave. Sabbath slave. Sabbath slave. Sabbath slave, Sabbath slave. We'll do comm slave with you. We'll do comm slave with you. We already have Reborn King dudes. You don't need Earth Boots. I think we've got enough Sabbath slaves now. Like we have, I'm pretty sure we have at least 8. Or, you know, communion slaves either. I might make a couple more. We'll do a couple more guys just to be safe. And I'm going to make sure we double script things so that if the communion totally blows up at the beginning, we're going to recast everything for afterwards. Right? So we'll have everything cast twice in case things fail. Because even if they fail, we're going to steal a bunch of his stuff, and the fight should like drag on for a hot minute. We'll give this guy enough gems to cast it twice in case it fails the first time. Because this one will have the... We'll have enough gems for him to cast it that second time. Okay, we've got Aerofend, we've got Mass Regen. We'll have you do Strength of Gaia, and then we'll have you do Relief. The other thing I need to do is we need to get Firefend up. And I think we're going to do Firefend if I can with somebody outside. I want to take some of the stress off the communion if I can. So we'll have Home Slice come in and do it. And he's just going to do... Yeah, turn 1 Firefend. It's his only job. And then aim and advancing cast. Oh, we should have him do reinvigoration here too. All right, reinvigoration, and then fire Phoenix power, and then aim and advance and cast. Okay, perfect. Let's put him at the back. Okay, he's at the back. All right, so we have Firefend going off. I think that's the most important stuff. I think this is basically the core of the fight. Oh, you know what I want to do? Let's take Mass Flight out of the communion. Let's take mass flight out of the communion. We're going to turn 1 do mass flight. Who's my guy casting it? I have an extra air hat, so we're just going to spend that air hat here. And this will actually free up a communion matrix in case I need it for something else. But, yeah, I don't really know. I'll give him that. Put him back here. So, yeah, okay. So this can't be disrupted by this thing getting blown up. Aerofin can't get disrupted. Mass regen. Strength of Gaia relief. Oh, here, okay, we've got this person coming in. Strength of Gaia turn 1 is going to be nice. That's going to get... This will go off well before mass regen. So this will actually help the communion slave some. Should. Mass protection is freaking risky, though. I think we're not going to do it with Firestorm up. I mean, our... oh, we do want to do... how much are... We only have 5 fire resistance on our Sacreds, too. We do want to do... I think this might be what we do next, is... we'll do relief on you, and then we're going to do growing fury, and that's going to trigger all our guys to go berserk. This all looks fine. Oh, wait, this guy, what should you do? Let's have a duplicate caster for... you know, Mist wouldn't be bad either. Okay, well, let's have you do Aerofend and then Reinvigoration. And then let's have you do Hold. I don't want them flying away. We'll put Storm up over here at the end. Oh, but we have to be careful. Anybody with a Flesh Eater is going to get set off by Growing Fury. We're going to scroll through and just check, see who has Flesh Eaters. There's no Flesh Eaters this fight. Alright, I don't see many. I think that was the only one. Alright. Okay, so if it's tied to a communion, we need it double scripted. I don't think there's going to be a way... I don't think... Because I don't have, like, a crystal shield. We could bring our god, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, we need to have... I don't think I have it already. We need a Banner of the Northern Star. That is actually critical. Let's do Banner of the Northern Star on you. I don't think we want to do Undead Mastery or Darkness here. I actually don't think... Let's take this off you. I actually don't think we want this guy at all doing any of these things. We're not going to do Bone Grinding. We're just going to steal all this shit. Yeah, I think this guy comes in as a solo operator. I still need to figure out who to put the Banner of the Northern Star on. I guess we'll put it on you. A rather unassuming lad. And... who's moving from here? Okay, these guys are fine. You know, we should have turn 1 anti-magic off. I don't know what I'm doing Mickey Mousing around here. What am I doing Mickey Mousing around? Where are you, Brune? I'm just going to do turn 1 anti-magic, buddy. What the hell am I doing? All right. Here, we'll save some pearls, too. So... I think that's about it. Mass flight, reinvigoration... We can desynchronize some of these too by having other things in here, like do divine channeling for now too. I think I've got fanaticism going off. All right, here's our Blood Rain caster. Yeah, we're gonna have so many reinvigorations going off. If we make it through the first salvo, we'll be in pretty good shape. Not having Gift of Health is going to be a bit of a zinger. But we have our own Wailing Winds. We're fighting in Friendly Dominion. Have these guys on attack rear. They'll actually be able to take off before the rest of my dudes, thanks to... thanks to being flying natively. Arrowfiend, Summon Earth Power, Wailing Winds, Fog Warriors. We need to do Fog Warriors here again. In case this fails somehow. And we'll give him enough gems to cast it twice. With a little bit of margin. Sabbath Master Reinvigoration, Thunderfiend. We've got turn 1 Firefiend coming off. I mean, we could also do turn 1 Thunderfiend. I don't think that's going to be as important. Why are we waiting a turn to do Thunderfiend, though? To cast Reinvigoration? I don't think that's the play. And, do Reinvigoration again here. We don't have Mass Protection. We don't have Will of Fates. He's going to have both those, probably. We don't have turn 1 Thunderfiend. I think the best play he could do is Wrathful Skies. And if he brings a Storm Staff. We have a bunch of people jumping in the Communion as well. Let's go pick up some of these. All right, let's grab 2 of these who are Sabbath slaves, the bottom 2. I'll bring these slaves back. I'm not sure why I moved these guys off. Probably should have kept them on. We are slamming troops. Perform blood sacrifice, okay. I think that's it for the meat of the turn, guys. I think I'm going to go through and polish some things, but I think this is how we win this fight. I mean, he's going to have to fight with losing 30% of his stuff right off the bat, including mages. Boom. And then everything else is going to be busy fighting those. Meanwhile, we're going to be jumping on him very, very quickly with turn 1 mass fight, which can't fail. It's connected to Communion, plus just an enormous amount of garbage. If he doesn't have a Storm Staff, I think he just straight up loses. If he does have a Storm Staff, he's still going to be busy fighting his stuff while my stuff closes in. We're going to be immune mostly to Firestorm. And we're going to have our Melkorts back. I mean, not our Melkorts, our Gamherdings back there. Let's put the Gamherdings, like, right up here at the front. You know what we could also do? We should summon a... Oh, how am I going to get him underwater? That's going to be tricky. Say we could summon a... Troll King or whatever. Sea King. Take a shot at Vengeful Waters. That would be pretty tasty. Okay, Ipe's is going to be the final boss. We'll do this part together, too. I do want to have a regen ring for Ipe's. If, Yeah, we'll make... Okay, we should also do this. We're going to take any Shaitan... Summon Air Elemental, Reinvigoration... Summon Air Elemental, Reinvigoration. Summon Air Elemental. And then spells. We'll make this Control 7. Put this here, so I can just copy it. Alright, we'll have these guys attack. Okay. If you see my name, I'm in trouble. And we are going to say, Dear God, don't hurt me. All right, and these are going to be basically buffers for Ipe's. So this guy, basically, all he can do is Blessing. And then he can summon imps. Let him do Blessing twice so he gets himself, and then he'll summon a bunch of imps. All right, and this will hopefully make a bit of a screen. Home Slice actually is going to do Body Ethereal, and then Luck, and then Cheat Fate, and then we're going to have him do some Magic Duels. And Ipe, so they are in this back tile. Right, we can't move them any farther back. Ipe's is going to jump in behind them. I think Ipe's is right here. I need to... Okay, we've got a Ring of Regen we're going to give to him. I'm not really worried with him. Yeah, he does... I think we want all this gear. I mean, we could do weird shit where we reverse communion him, too. Do I have any good blood spells to put on him? Not really. I mean, we could do Hell Power, maybe. That would be kind of weird, though. Probably work. Oh, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do anything that fancy. Let's just Cloud Trap Ipe's in here. And he's the last line of defense. So he's going to do... I think he's going to do Air Shield, because... You know, they have that garbage. Mist Form. Well, probably not going to be that helpful. Holy Avenger. And then we're going to have him do Mirror Image. Mist Form. We'll give him Flight, too. And I don't think he needs these. And he's going to YOLO in very hard. So... Yeah, they've got to kill it, and then they've got to kill Ipe's inside. Probably something they can manage. Though it will be very hard. I think we're going to get a few more Air Elementals. We're going to have this guy with the 7 script or whatever. We've got Hal going off. We've got a bunch of imps. This guy could do something. I mean, we could do a redundant... The problem with doing Fog Warriors on that person, they're Air 3. Okay, we're going to risk it. We're going to do Fog Warriors with this guy. The problem is he could get Magic Dueled. But... I think it's worth it to just have some redundancy for the important spells. Right? Okay, so he's going to do Fog Warriors and then summon an Air Elemental. And got Aerofend. We don't have any protection buffs. This is just gas, 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 gas. We're planning on killing them all before it can matter. We're not doing any Battlefield Wipes. We're not doing Earthquake. We're not doing Bone Grinding. I know they're all prepared for that, so we're going to just not worry about it. If we lose this, we could be in a bit of trouble, actually. Oh, it'll be a fun game. It'll be a real fun game. All right, you're going to claim this throne. Throne I definitely do not want to claim, the Throne of Misfortune. We got a small defensive operation coming in over here. Oh, they're coming to fight me? I'm not even starting this. I'm just trying to Dom kill him. Okay, we're going to move these guys back inside this fort. If they do come and fight, I want to have a magic phase defense put up. So we're going to give this guy a little bit of a thing that'll have a chance of killing some like air elemental caster, somebody that comes in. I don't know why they're... I asked them if I could go for thrones. I was like, y'all care? And they're like, sure, go for it. But now they're like not even going to take Pin Pappy. Like, what are they doing? This isn't even the throne I need to win. I'm just trying to Dom kill Sitalis. Oh well. I mean, also for them to have a shot to win, they need to take Pin Pappy. I don't know what they're doing. They need to hang out here. What are they doing? Make another one of these. We'll just make some gear here real quick. We'll do that. We'll finish this turn together. Oh. We do, so I think let's double check Rush of Strength too. That would be kind of cool to have off. No, I don't want to have that turn one. You know, I think what I want to do is have one guy just dedicated to getting this reinvigoration off literally as fast as they can. I'm trying to remember if there's any spell that has a really fast cast time, like less than 100. I'm going to pause and check. All right, well, it turns out there is, but sadly they're all range 1, so like Burning Hands or what have you is 50%. But we can't cast that because there's nothing near us, so... I think what we're going to do is we'll just do something like Thunderstrike, and then we'll do Reinvigoration, because everything else is going to have to wait for either a long spell to go off in the first slot, or, well, another long spell, Sabbath Master. So we're just going to do this, and then we'll attack closest. If he dies, whatever. So... yeah, that will be the plan for this guy, is to get as early of a reinvigoration off as we can. And, yeah, I think that's going to be fine. We're going to site search here. We probably should site search with these guys too. We might send this guy out as a... I think we are going to actually send some of these guys out as assassins. I'll put you over here, maybe. We do have some more Shaitan. We'll see if we can seduce some guys. I'm expecting they're going to attack us, since they've given up on sieging Pinpappy. What are they doing? I told them to go kill Pinpappy. Like, just... It's taken them so long. I mean, you'd be like, oh, they're stopping you from winning. This isn't going to stop me from winning. By the way, I can't even... I don't think I could take what's inside this fort. This is literally... Oh yeah, there was this battle here too. They earthquaked me, which was a pretty horrible trade for them. They traded free spawn for some mages. So actually, maybe we could take it now. Anyway, we're gonna move back over here. But I guess they're getting fired up. You know, they've probably been talking and whatever. Oh, we're gonna stop. I mean, I guess. I don't think we need these boots, but we can still send these guys over here. Okay, Tipper Flesh spells. We'll have him do that. Add to the Imp Chaff. And I think we're about done, boys. I think we're about done. I'll have this guy come pick up some stuff. We'll have you run about. We gotta forge some gear. We'll just put in some random things that I probably won't use. We don't have any pearls left. It's noteworthy. Let's have you come do blood ferrying things. And we have enough, even after all this, to cast one summon Shaitan. So I'll have you blood hunt. I think we have enough. Oh yeah, we have plenty of enough rune smashers, so we'll have you make, I don't know. Like a thing in a jar. Thing in a jar. Troll. We'll have to just start doing serious turns again. I've put way more attention into my micro than we're doing here, but I don't think it's probably going to matter, so I don't want to waste a lot of time, but we're still going to take the tiny bit of time to go through and do some of this. I think we are going to jump on this. Oh, wait. Can we just hit this? No? Can we hit this? Okay, well, whatever. We're going to hang tight. Perform blood sacrifice. Only one can do it at a time. Wait, who's doing it? This guy. All right, let's perform blood sacrifice. And, okay, we've got a boatload of dudes here. Let's go ahead and move them up. And is this guy twice-born? If he is, we're going to suicide him. He's not. Who is twice-born around here? I don't think I have anybody. Are you? No? We'll go ahead and cast twice-born with you. We'll go ahead and make another crystal matrix, because if with this... Oh, I don't have money. Oh, we'll alchemize. If this thing fails, we're going to be in a pretty rough way with crystal matrices. And it could. It could. I think we're pretty safe, because I'm worried about my communion blowing up. But I think we've got enough contingencies for that. Or I was worried about it blowing up, but I think we're okay now. I thought these guys were going to come over here, but they didn't. What should we do with you? Okay, we're patrol. Oh my god, there's so much micro, guys. I don't even know how, because I would like put thought into all this before. Let's wait. We've got plenty of dudes over in this quadrant. Let's go and make sure we have all these reanimation items assigned at least. That's the bare minimum of the micro we should do. Where are these guys going? I don't know. All right, we're done. So I think that's going to be the turn. I think let's double check this. We'll hit end turn. We've got darkness going up twice, not tied into the communion either time. We've got turn 1 Firefiend going up. We're not doing mass protection. We've got... I want to get turn 1 Thunderfiend up too. Where's our guy? I think that's the one change I want to make. Where's the guy? All right, this guy. I think this guy can do Thunderfiend and then Fog Warriors. And that way, if it doesn't work... Well, some of these guys have too many gems. We'll take a few off. Okay. So he's going to do Thunderfiend Fog Warriors. And we're not going to put him on conservative gem use. We will give him some armor, though. So Thunderfiend Fog Warriors. Let's give him one of these two. And if we can, we'll go ahead and give him the boots. The booties. Okay, and I think that will be pretty good. Anti-magic, Thunderstrike Reinvigoration. Yeah, this is going to be the fastest we can do on getting... And this could actually mess them up too. Thunderstrikes are pretty gnarly. This would be the fastest we can do getting a Reinvigoration up. We've got... I think this will be fine. This will be after the Reinvigoration that the Shaitan does. We'll yeet some of his guys. Turn 1 Arrowfiend. Put some slaves on him. Strength of Gaia, Relief, Growing Fury. Arrowfiend, I think that's a second cast of it. Sabbath Master and spells. And then Wailing Winds. This will go off at 110. 115. This could put a taxing on the communion. But we're going to be taxing it pretty hard anyway. Strength of Gaia going off really early is kind of a good thing. I think we blow this communion up, though. And I don't want to, but I think we do. think we do. I don't think there's any other... Let's take a look at what we're leaving behind. Not much. And I don't think things here can... Oh, wait, can things here might actually be able to make it. So I can bring 2 more, and that'll put us over the cusp of... Okay, fuck yeah. Let's bring these guys. Yeah, if we can... Well, let's put them on top of... we'll just put them on this guy who's coming down anyway. But that would be real nice. That will be real nice. And I think we're done. So the only thing I'm going to do, we're going to recast this with all the nature gems. And I think that's it, boys. I think we've done it. I think that's the turn, and that will decide whether we win or lose. They're bringing in a bunch more stuff, so we'll see. Honestly, I think a lot of this stuff they're bringing in is a liability. If we look at it, the Blackhawks will literally steal all of them turn 1. So that's a liability. The Pegasus Riders, we're going to steal almost all of them. They're only... I think they're 10 MR, because we're... Oh, no, they're going to be 11. So... Yeah, I was thinking actually for a second it'd be cool if we could do Dome of Corruption here. Yeah, I mean, these guys, yeah, they're a straight up liability. I mean, these guys are kind of a liability. We're going to steal 30% of them with each cast. So we're going to steal almost all the Tuatha. And there's just going to be the demons left. Some long dead. Yeah, they're going to be in a bad way. They're going to be in a real bad way. Let's double check real quick. Last thing is the summon earth power spells. Do we have any more reinvigoration gear we can toss on this guy? Not really. It's probably fine. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. Tune in next time for seeing how it all goes. Take care, guys.